Have you ever wondered how to live a fulfilling, healthy life after 70? As we age, we often fear that our bodies will deteriorate, and the joy of living will fade. But what if I told you that there are subtle signs that can reassure you your body is still thriving, full of vitality, and ready to embrace the future with confidence? This video is here to show you the signs you need to look for to maintain your health, independence, and happiness as you get older. By watching until the end, you'll discover 5 key factors that, when maintained, will help you enjoy your golden years to the fullest. From simple habits like daily walks and mental clarity to taking care of your dental health, we'll explore how these everyday practices can lead to a longer, healthier life. You'll also learn how to protect your heart, lungs, and digestive systems, ensuring you live not just longer, but with a quality that will allow you to continue enjoying life with vitality and peace. So stick around. These insights could be the key to transforming how you approach aging and health. By the end of this video, you'll understand that age is just a number, and with the right care and mindset, the best years of your life could still be ahead of you. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. As we age, dear friends, we often fall into the trap of thinking that exercise is a luxury, a mere indulgence that's out of reach. Many believe that growing older means slowing down, sitting still, and resigning ourselves to a life of inactivity. But let me tell you, this is far from the truth. One of the most empowering things you can do for your health in your later years is something as simple and yet profoundly transformative as walking. A modest walk of just 5,000 steps a day may not sound like much, but I assure you, its benefits are immeasurable. It's not about pushing your body to extremes or wearing yourself out. No, walking is a gentle, accessible form of exercise that invites you to move at your own pace, yet it brings tremendous benefits for both the body and the soul. When you walk those 5,000 steps, you are not just moving your feet. You're nurturing your health in ways that might surprise you. The act of walking helps to keep the body flexible, increases your stamina, and, perhaps most importantly, helps build inner strength. It's a steady way to care for your heart, lubricate your joints, and preserve your mobility. It's vital for our well-being, particularly as we grow older. Scientists have shown that maintaining a regular walking routine can significantly reduce the risks of chronic diseases like diabetes and heart conditions. This simple, daily activity doesn't just add years to your life, it adds life to your years. And isn't that what we all want? To remain vibrant, independent, and strong, no matter how many years we've lived? Being able to walk on our own 2 feet, to take care of ourselves without constantly relying on others, that is an incredibly precious gift. I truly believe that the freedom to walk and care for yourself is one of the greatest treasures of old age. Now, I understand that some of us may find it difficult to walk, especially if we're just starting out or if our health isn't as it once was. But please, don't let that discourage you. You don't have to take long, arduous walks to reap the benefits. Start small. Maybe take a few steps around the house, or in the garden. Every little step you take is a step toward better health, a step toward feeling more alive. And remember, these walks are not just about exercise. They are also a beautiful opportunity to connect with nature, breathe in fresh air, and simply be present in the moment. Walking is a form of therapy for the mind as much as it is for the body. It allows us to relax, clear our heads, and even lift our spirits. So, don't underestimate those seemingly small, gentle steps. They are the foundation of maintaining a vibrant, independent, and meaningful life as we grow older. Another aspect of aging that we all think about is the gradual fading of our memory. As we age, our minds don't always stay as sharp as they once were, and we can start forgetting things, names, faces, dates. Yet, there is something so precious about being able to remember, to recall the faces of loved ones, the stories from our past, and the sound of familiar voices. Our memory is a part of who we are. It's a link to our identity. When we can still recognize the people who mean the most to us, when we can share our stories and laugh with our friends and family, we are not just remembering. We are living, and we are participating in life fully. Those precious memories, whether they're about our children, our parents, or the moments that shaped us, keep us connected to the world. They remind us that we are still an important part of our families and communities, and that our stories continue to matter. But what happens when we begin to lose those memories? When the details become blurry, when our minds don't recall things the way they used to? It's natural to worry. Memory loss, even in small doses, can feel like a thief, slowly taking away the pieces of ourselves that we hold dear. It can be disorienting, even frightening, especially when we realize that we are no longer as sharp as we once were. But here's the good news. Memory can be nurtured, just like our physical health. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It doesn't have to slip away unnoticed. Simple, everyday activities like reading, having meaningful conversations, and even solving puzzles can help keep our minds engaged. Books open up new worlds and spark our imaginations. Conversations with loved ones, whether they're about the past or the present, keep our minds sharp and connected. And intellectual activities, such as chess, Sudoku, or crosswords, offer wonderful ways to exercise the brain. Not to mention, physical activities, like walking, enhance blood flow to the brain, further contributing to mental clarity and health. So, I encourage you to make time every day for these small acts of care. It doesn't take much to nurture both the body and the mind, but the rewards are truly priceless. You are worth the effort. Each step you take, each conversation you have, each page you turn in a book, they are all part of a loving commitment to yourself, to your well-being. Let's not wait for the days when we feel too tired or too old to care. Let's take control now, while we can, and give ourselves the gift of health, clarity, and joy. When we think about health, our minds often go directly to the more commonly discussed parts of the body like the heart, lungs, or muscles. It's easy to overlook something as seemingly minor as dental health, but the truth is that our teeth and gums are far more than just tools for chewing. They are vital to our overall well-being. Maintaining good dental health is not only essential for enjoying food, but also plays a crucial role in how our body absorbs nutrients, which in turn fuels every part of us. Healthy teeth enable us to eat without pain, savoring every bite of delicious food, and ensuring that our body gets the full benefit of the nutrients in what we consume. Imagine the sheer delight of biting into a crisp, juicy apple or chewing through a flavorful, tender steak. With a healthy mouth, each of those moments is amplified. We don't just eat. We experience the food, its taste, texture, and the nutrients that nourish our bodies. The joy of eating doesn't just stop at the taste. It extends to how our body can absorb all the goodness that food provides. When we chew properly, the body can better absorb key nutrients like proteins, vitamins, and minerals, which are all fundamental to boosting our immune system, giving us more energy, and supporting our daily vitality. But on the flip side, when we neglect our dental health, the consequences can be far-reaching. Weak or painful teeth make it incredibly difficult to enjoy food. Sometimes, the pain is so intense that we avoid certain foods altogether, creating imbalances in our diet that lead to nutrient deficiencies. This results in the weakening of the body, making us more vulnerable to illness. Teeth that are in poor condition can also cause significant distress to our emotional well-being. If we can't chew properly, the joy of eating is lost, and our mood can take a significant hit. Imagine not being able to enjoy a meal with family or friends, feeling isolated or self-conscious. The simple pleasure of eating becomes a source of frustration instead of joy. Additionally, the loss of teeth or ongoing tooth pain can drastically lower our confidence, making us feel embarrassed or withdrawn in social situations. But here's the good news. Taking care of your dental health is something entirely within your control. It's not complicated. Just by brushing your teeth twice a day, flossing, and keeping up with regular dental checkups, you can avoid most major dental problems. And don't forget that regular dental visits are essential for detecting and addressing issues before they escalate, ensuring that your overall health stays on track. Good dental hygiene isn't just about having a nice smile, it's about safeguarding the foundation of your well-being. Healthy teeth are an essential part of a long, joyful life. They allow us to continue enjoying the simple pleasures of eating, help our bodies absorb nutrients effectively, and protect us from illnesses that stem from a weakened immune system. It's time to prioritize our dental health. It's not just cosmetic, it's crucial for our overall health. Now, let's talk about another aspect of health that often goes unnoticed, especially as we age: the ability to control our excretory functions. As we reach the golden years of 70 and beyond, one of the key indicators of health is our ability to manage basic bodily functions like urination and defecation. This is something many of us may take for granted, but the truth is that the way our body manages these functions is a direct reflection of the health of our digestive and excretory systems. When we're able to control these processes with ease, it signifies that our kidneys, bladder, and digestive system are functioning properly, helping us maintain overall bodily balance. Think about the comfort and peace of mind that comes with having control over these functions. Being able to enjoy a restful night's sleep without waking up to visit the bathroom multiple times is a blessing. It gives us the freedom to go about our day without constantly worrying about where the nearest restroom is. This ability to control our excretory functions is more than just a matter of convenience. It's a symbol of balance within our bodies. When everything is functioning as it should, our system can detoxify, regulate fluids, and maintain electrolyte balance. Important processes for keeping our energy levels up, our mind clear, and our spirits high. On the contrary, if we begin to experience difficulty with urination or defecation, it's often a sign that something is off. For men, issues with urination could point to prostate problems, while both men and women can experience overactive bladder, urinary urgency, or difficulties with defecation. These issues may stem from underlying problems with the kidneys, bladder, or digestive system. Conditions like chronic constipation or ongoing indigestion should never be ignored, as they can severely impact our digestive health and ultimately diminish our quality of life. Fortunately, we have the incredible power to improve our excretory functions and enhance our overall well-being through the simple yet profound practice of healthy living habits. It's a gift that we can give ourselves every day. A balanced diet, rich in fiber, is like a nurturing friend for our digestive system, gently guiding it towards stability and preventing the uncomfortable burden of constipation. When we choose to nourish our bodies with the right foods, we're not just feeding ourselves. We're empowering our systems to function at their best. But that's not all. Drinking enough water is a life-changing habit. It's not just about quenching our thirst. It's about supporting our kidneys and helping both our excretory and digestive systems work seamlessly. Water acts as a cleansing force, helping the body eliminate waste efficiently, and keeping everything running smoothly and harmoniously. And let's not forget the power of movement. Even light physical activity, like taking a walk every day, can be a game changer for our digestive health. It may seem like a small step, but it plays a vital role in stimulating the digestive system, helping reduce the risk of constipation and promoting bladder health. It's truly inspiring to think about how these simple, everyday actions can make such a profound difference in how we feel, inside and out. But here's something many of us overlook. Our mental and emotional state plays a huge role in our excretory health. Stress, anxiety, and negative emotions can wreak havoc on our bodies, affecting our digestive and excretory systems in ways we don't even realize. That's why it's essential to carve out time to relax and unwind, to reconnect with ourselves and nature. Whether it's through meditation, yoga, or simply taking a walk outdoors, these activities help bring calm and joy to our hearts and minds, creating a peaceful environment for our bodies to thrive. Let's not underestimate the importance of mental well-being. It's just as crucial to our excretory health as our physical habits. As we journey through life, particularly as we reach the age of 70, our hearts and lungs become two of the most precious organs to take care of. These two organs, dear friends, are the tireless engines that power our lives, beating and breathing day in and day out to sustain us. The thought of having a healthy heart and lungs is truly comforting. It means we can face each day with vigor, breathing deeply without struggle, and enjoying the rhythm of life without the constant worry of heart or lung problems. When our heart pumps efficiently and our lungs provide enough oxygen, our bodies work like a perfectly tuned orchestra, and we feel vibrant, alive, and ready to embrace life to its fullest. A healthy heart is a symbol of stability. It ensures that blood flows smoothly through our veins, delivering the life-giving nutrients and oxygen every part of our body needs. This is our shield against many dangerous diseases, including high blood pressure, strokes, and other cardiovascular problems. And of course, we can't forget our lungs, our breath of life. A strong respiratory system ensures that oxygen flows freely, keeping us energized and protecting us from the risk of respiratory diseases like pneumonia or respiratory failure. However, if you find yourself short of breath with light activities or experience unexplained fatigue, please don't ignore these signs. These could be early warning signals from your body, indicating that your heart or lungs might need extra care. It's essential to act swiftly and get the proper medical attention, as these issues can deteriorate our quality of life, steal our independence, and darken our spirits. The good news is that there are so many simple yet effective ways to take care of your heart and lungs. You don't need to run marathons or push your body to its limits. The little things matter too. Something as simple as daily walking, practicing deep breathing, or gentle yoga can be incredibly beneficial for both your heart and lungs. Regular walks can increase the flexibility of your cardiovascular and respiratory systems, while deep breathing allows you to replenish your body with much-needed oxygen and release stress. Let's not forget the power of a heart-healthy diet. By incorporating foods rich in omega-3, like oily fish, and filling our plates with green vegetables and antioxidant-packed fruits, we're giving our hearts the love and care they deserve. Avoiding excess salt and unhealthy fats is equally important, as it helps protect our cardiovascular system. Drinking plenty of water also keeps everything in motion, helping the heart and lungs function at their best. Taking care of our hearts and lungs isn't just about longevity. It's about living each day with energy, peace of mind, and joy. A healthy heart allows us to savor life without fear of illness, and healthy lungs ensure that we can breathe deeply, filling our lungs with the vitality that life offers. So let's cherish these organs with all the respect and love they deserve, because they are truly the keys to living a healthy and happy life. Each day is a precious gift, and we can choose to make it count by taking care of our hearts, our lungs, and ourselves. 1. Don't air your dirty laundry. My dear friends, life has a way of teaching us lessons in the most unexpected ways, and as we grow older, we begin to understand just how much the words we speak can shape our world. At this stage in life, we've weathered enough storms to recognize the precious value of peace, discretion, and caution. As we navigate through life's complexities, one truth stands out: family matters should remain private. I know it's tempting to share what's going on behind closed doors, especially when it feels like a relief to talk it out, but this can have consequences far beyond what we initially imagined. How many times have we confided in others, thinking we were simply venting, only to find that our words were twisted, spread, or misunderstood? The damage can be devastating, not only to ourselves but to the ones we love. There's a saying I've always held close to my heart: a storm follows the wind from the mouth. It's simple, but it says so much about the power of words. What may feel like a harmless exchange or a moment of frustration can spiral into something much bigger. A small, seemingly insignificant story can evolve into gossip, creating misunderstandings, bitterness, or jealousy where there once was none. I can't help but think of a story that hit me deeply. A farmer from Cali who nearly lost everything he held dear, simply because he couldn't resist boasting about a gold mine he had found on his farm. His prideful words set off a chain of events, drawing the wrong kind of attention, and almost cost him his property, his peace, and even his life. This is the harsh reality. Once certain things are said, they can't be unsaid, and the consequences are often much more serious than we ever expect. Family secrets, those intimate pieces of our lives, are sacred. When exposed, they can invite jealousy, manipulation, and hidden agendas. People with ill intentions may seize upon these vulnerabilities and turn them against you. It's heartbreaking to watch how something as simple as a private conversation can unravel the security and trust we've worked so hard to build within our homes. That's why it is so vital to protect what's sacred. Guard your words, protect your family's peace, and learn the art of knowing what to share and what to keep to yourself. It's not about hiding things or living in secrecy. It's about respect, trust, and wisdom. True wisdom, in my opinion, is not found in endless chatter, but in the grace of knowing when to remain silent. Wise people understand the power of quiet strength. They don't need to boast or speak excessively. They let their actions and their choices speak for themselves. So, I urge you to cherish the tranquility and stability that your family has built. Protect it with everything you have. Don't let those fleeting moments of frustration or the urge to vent destroy the very peace you've worked so hard to create. The world is already full of noise. Let your family be your sanctuary of calm. And remember, sometimes silence is not just golden. It's priceless. 2. Avoid unhealthy habits. As we enter our later years, one of the most invaluable treasures we must cherish is our health. Our physical and mental well-being are the foundations of a fulfilling life, especially in old age. It's incredibly heartbreaking to see how, in the rush of life, many of us neglect our health after retirement, thinking it's finally time to indulge in temporary pleasures. But here's the harsh truth. Habits like drinking alcohol, eating erratically, and staying up too late can be slow poisons to our body and mind, silently eroding our health and leaving us vulnerable to illness and exhaustion. Imagine, for a moment, a simple experiment. Picture a mouse in a lab, electrodes attached to its brain, pushing a button repeatedly to receive pleasure-induced euphoria. It's a never-ending cycle of fleeting gratification until the poor creature is exhausted and broken. This experiment mirrors what happens to us when we fall into the trap of seeking immediate pleasures without considering the long-term consequences. We chase after fleeting satisfaction, and it slowly diminishes our vitality, piece by piece, until we find ourselves physically and mentally drained. I've seen it with my own eyes. People who, despite knowing the dangers of unhealthy habits, continue to indulge, and as time passes, they pay the price. Their health deteriorates, their movements become slower, and their once vibrant energy fades. It's almost as if they become prisoners to their desires, unable to break free from the cycle of self-destruction. It's a painful sight to witness, knowing they could have avoided this if only they had taken care of themselves earlier in life. But there's still time. Old age isn't just a time for looking back with regret. It's an opportunity to reset, to regulate, and to make mindful decisions. We can still take charge of our health and create habits that will allow us to thrive in our golden years. It's not too late to establish a routine that prioritizes nourishment, rest, and balance. Simple changes, like eating nutritious meals on time, getting enough sleep, cutting back on alcohol, and engaging in light exercise, can make all the difference. These small yet powerful choices protect our health, refresh our minds, and fill us with gratitude for the life we still have. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Think of it this way. Every healthy choice you make today is a gift to your future self. It's an act of love, a chance to live the remainder of your life with joy and peace. Old age doesn't have to be a time of regret and decline. It can be a time of wisdom, clarity, and vitality. So let's cherish these precious years, starting with the simplest and most nurturing habits, to ensure we live happily, healthily, and fully, savoring every moment life has to offer. 3. Don't preserve dignity at the cost of losing reason. My dear friends, as we journey through life and grow older, there's one truth that becomes clearer and clearer with time. The concept of dignity, often referred to as face in our culture, can, at times, become an overwhelming force that pushes us into situations we truly don't need to be in. It's easy to see why we may place such high importance on preserving our dignity. After all, dignity represents our self-worth, our sense of respect in the eyes of others, and often, how we perceive ourselves in the world. But what happens when this pursuit of dignity goes too far? When it begins to cost us more than it's worth, and in the process, we find ourselves sacrificing our well-being, our peace of mind, and sometimes even our very sanity. Dignity is undeniably important. It reflects who we are and how we stand in the world. But there is a delicate balance to be found here. Maintaining one's dignity is essential, yes, but it should never come at the cost of our personal peace or mental health. As we grow older, we must realize that our time and energy are far too precious to be squandered by doing things simply for the sake of appearances. While dignity can be an admirable quality, it should never be an excuse to push ourselves into unnecessary stress or complications that leave us feeling drained and frustrated. When dignity goes beyond reasonable limits, it can quickly transform from a noble trait into a burden that we bear unnecessarily. I have witnessed many people, particularly those in their later years, who feel compelled to help others even when they know they simply can't. They often take on tasks that are far beyond their capabilities, stretching themselves thin just to avoid being seen as unhelpful or incapable. How many times have you found yourself agreeing to something, only to realize later that you've taken on far more than you could handle, all because you didn't want to seem uncooperative or selfish? I can think of one example that has stayed with me over the years. A dear friend who worked in a hospital setting. This friend was constantly approached by friends, acquaintances, and even strangers who asked for his help with all sorts of favors. Some asked him to register them for medical exams, others wanted him to lend money, and some even asked him to arrange hospital beds for their relatives. And even though these tasks often put a strain on his time, energy, and well-being, he never turned anyone down. Why? Because he was terrified of losing face, of appearing unhelpful, or of letting someone down. What started as a simple gesture of wanting to maintain dignity quickly spiraled into an exhausting cycle of overcommitment. My friend became overwhelmed, his personal life and work suffered, and ultimately, he was reprimanded by his superiors for neglecting his duties at the hospital in favor of trying to please everyone else. The situation became so much more complex and difficult than it needed to be, all because he could not say no when it was necessary. And in the end, what was gained from all those favors? Absolutely nothing, except unnecessary stress and tension. This is the danger of prioritizing dignity over reason. True dignity does not come from doing things just to please others. True dignity is about strength, wisdom, and self-awareness. It's about being confident enough in yourself to set boundaries, to say no when you need to, and to protect your peace of mind. True dignity is not about endlessly sacrificing your well-being to meet the expectations of others. It is about recognizing your limits, understanding when something is simply too much, and finding the courage to step back and say, "I cannot do this." This is where real strength lies. When we learn to embrace our limits and to respect ourselves enough to not let others take advantage of us, we are not only preserving our dignity, we are protecting our mental and emotional health. It takes true wisdom and maturity to realize that saying no is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and self-respect. So, my dear friends, I implore you not to let the fear of what others may think dictate your decisions. Protect your peace, honor your boundaries, and never, ever sacrifice your well-being just to avoid a moment of discomfort or judgment from others. The most important lesson here is that true dignity does not come from doing things to avoid criticism or to make others like us. It comes from living authentically, from being true to ourselves. In our later years, we must understand that preserving our dignity only makes sense if it helps bring peace to our hearts, to our minds, and to our souls. Dignity should never become a burden. It should never cause us to overextend ourselves or take on tasks that drain us and leave us empty inside. So, live true to yourself. Do not let the pursuit of face cause you to lose sight of what truly matters. As we age, our priorities shift, and what once seemed so important may no longer hold the same value. Preserving your dignity in a way that enhances your life and peace of mind is what matters most. Don't waste your time doing things just to please others, only to find that, in the end, you've sacrificed your peace and happiness. Remember, Your soul is worth more than any fleeting approval from others. So, in your later years, cherish and protect your inner peace, and live a life that brings you true dignity. One that is rooted in self-love, confidence, and authenticity. 4. Don't complicate social relationships. At this stage in life, a profound realization often hits us, something that feels both liberating and deeply comforting. The need for a large, complex social circle slowly fades away. After decades of living, filled with countless highs and lows, we start to see things from a new perspective. Our experiences, both joyous and painful, have shown us that what truly matters in life isn't the sheer number of people we know, but the quality of the relationships we maintain. We come to appreciate that simplicity in our social lives isn't just desirable, it is essential for our well-being. In our younger years, the pressure to build networks, maintain a wide variety of relationships, and be constantly engaged in social events seemed almost like a rite of passage. We believed that the more people we met, the more friends we made, the richer our lives would be. We surrounded ourselves with acquaintances, colleagues, and even distant friends, thinking that our worth was somehow tied to the number of connections we had. We were often caught up in the busyness of social obligations, spending time with people who didn't truly enrich our lives, simply for the sake of appearing connected or relevant. But as the years go by, the desire for all of this fades. We begin to realize that not every person we meet, no matter how well-meaning, is essential to our journey. Not everyone who has been part of our past needs to be present in our future. Many people, especially those nearing retirement or who have already retired, struggle with this shift. The end of a career can sometimes lead to feelings of loneliness or the fear of being forgotten. It's natural to want to maintain old friendships and professional relationships, to keep active social circles to avoid the isolation that can come with old age. Some even seek out new acquaintances, hoping that expanding their social network will bring them a sense of belonging. But, as many find out, this quest for connection often comes at a cost. When we stretch ourselves too thin, trying to keep up with everyone's needs and expectations, we start to feel the strain. Relationships that were once simple and fulfilling can become sources of unnecessary stress. Conversations can feel like obligations, and the effort to maintain these connections can become emotionally exhausting. As we age, we become more attuned to the fact that people who don't add value to our lives only drain our energy and joy. This brings me to the powerful example of Tang Qiulin, a renowned Chinese botanical artist, whose life after retirement serves as a poignant reminder of the beauty in simplicity. After he retired from his successful career, he made a conscious decision to retreat from the complexities of social engagements and focus solely on his art. He wasn't interested in maintaining a wide network of friends or colleagues. Instead, he surrounded himself with only a few true friends and found fulfillment in solitude, dedicating himself to his passion for painting. He cultivated a life of peace, not because he had to, but because he wanted to, because he understood that true richness lies not in social accolades or numbers, but in the depth of one's inner life. While the world around him continued to chase after the fleeting pleasures of expanding social circles, Tang Qiulin found immense joy in the silence of his own company, in the simplicity of his daily routines, and in the quiet satisfaction of creating art that spoke to his soul. His life reminds us that there is something profoundly beautiful about shedding the unnecessary burdens of a complicated social life and focusing instead on the things that truly matter. Reflecting on this story, it becomes clear that maturity doesn't just mean accepting life as it comes. It's about learning the wisdom to let go of what no longer serves us. It's about freeing ourselves from the pressure of maintaining relationships that are not rooted in sincerity or mutual growth. We grow to understand that peace of mind isn't found in being surrounded by a crowd, but in choosing to be surrounded by people who uplift and support us. People whose presence adds joy to our lives, not stress. At this stage in life, what we need most is a sense of inner calm, the ability to relax into our skin without feeling the need to prove anything to anyone. We no longer need to be the life of the party or the social butterfly. We need fewer people, yes, but those fewer people must be truly worth our time and energy. As we get older, we realize that we don't have to please everyone, nor should we feel obligated to be friends with everyone who crosses our path. These are the years when we are finally allowed to live for ourselves, to honor our peace and serenity. We learn to protect our emotional and mental energy, to preserve our time for the things that nurture our spirit, whether it's spending time with a few close friends, reading, traveling, or simply enjoying a quiet afternoon at home. We no longer have to chase after fleeting social recognition or status. We understand that the best moments of life are often the quiet ones, spent with loved ones, in nature, or in the pursuit of our passions. The truth is, the older we get, the more we realize that the less complicated our relationships, the more fulfilling our lives become. This is a time for reflection, for taking stock of who and what we truly need. It's about choosing quality over quantity, depth over breadth. In the end, the most beautiful relationships are those that are simple, sincere, and rooted in mutual respect and understanding. These are the relationships that bring us peace, and they are the ones that will carry us through the golden years of our lives. Let go of what doesn't serve you, and keep only the relationships that bring you true joy and peace of mind. Live simply, live authentically, and embrace the tranquility that comes with this season of life. 5. Don't misplace kindness. Dear friends, as we grow older, we come to a profound understanding of the value of kindness. We've lived long enough to know the power of simple, selfless acts, whether it's holding the door open for someone, offering a kind word when it's needed, or lending a hand when someone is struggling. Kindness has the incredible ability to change lives, bring hope, and create connections. However, as we grow wiser and experience more of life, we also learn that kindness, like any precious resource, should be given with discernment. It must be offered not just freely, but wisely, to those who can appreciate it, to those who truly deserve it. I am reminded of a deeply moving story shared by the writer Mac Gaughan, one that has stayed with me for years and still resonates deeply. It is a story about his own family's experience with kindness, a story that holds a powerful lesson for us all. You see, Mac Gaughan's family, humble though they were, had very little but shared everything they had. On rare occasions, they were able to make bánh truong, the beloved traditional Vietnamese rice cakes, for the Mid-Autumn Festival. It was a big event in their home, one that was celebrated with great love and care. Yet, as fate would have it, on one of these rare occasions, an elderly poor man came to their door asking for food. Mac Gaughan's family, as compassionate as they were, did what they thought was right. They shared a humble sweet potato with him, offering what they could spare. But instead of the gratitude they anticipated, the man scolded them. He said that it was unfair for them to be eating delicious bánh truong while only giving him a mere sweet potato. Can you imagine the hurt and confusion that must have caused them? After all, they had shared from the little they had with a pure heart. Their kindness, given so freely and with love, was met with harsh words and ingratitude. This experience left a profound impact on Mac Gaughan, and it also left a lesson that we should all take to heart. Kindness is a precious gift, and it only has meaning when given to the right people, those who will appreciate it, those who will respect it, and those who understand its true value. Throughout our lives, we all encounter people who do not recognize or value our kindness. We help them, offer them support, and give them what we can, only to find that our efforts are taken for granted, or worse, that we are expected to give more. Sometimes, our kindness is met with demands, with little acknowledgement of the sacrifices we make to show it. It can feel like our good intentions are twisted into a burden, a weight that we must bear without any return. It's heartbreaking, isn't it? The reality is that kindness, though it may seem boundless, is not infinite. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. It is not something we can keep giving to those who do not value it, without it eventually depleting us. When kindness is given to those who don't appreciate it, it becomes exhausting. It weighs on us, depleting our emotional reserves, and it can slowly strip away the joy we once found in helping others. But when kindness is shared with those who are truly grateful, those who understand the effort, the heart behind it, it becomes a beautiful exchange. Helping them becomes a joy, a true gift of the soul. Their gratitude fills us with warmth and satisfaction, and we feel that our kindness has made a real difference in their lives. My dear friends, I urge you to be mindful of where and to whom you extend your kindness. It's so easy to give without thinking, to offer our time, our resources, and our energy to others without considering whether they truly deserve it. But as we grow older, we need to be more careful and more discerning. Let's not waste our kindness on those who take it for granted or, worse, those who will use it to manipulate or exploit us. We must learn to reserve our kindness for those who show true appreciation, those who express gratitude and offer respect in return. When we do this, we preserve our peace of mind, and we ensure that our kindness continues to be a force for good, rather than a source of hurt or frustration. It's important to remember that when we give kindness, it should nourish us as well. It should never leave us feeling drained or used. Giving to the right people, those who genuinely need our help and who are grateful for our presence in their lives, should bring joy, not sorrow. And so, as we continue on this journey of life, especially in our golden years, let us be wise in our giving. Let us cherish the fact that kindness, though abundant, should never be taken for granted. It should be shared with those who will truly benefit from it, those who will appreciate its worth and reciprocate it in kind. This is how we protect ourselves, by guarding our hearts and our kindness, ensuring that it remains a source of joy rather than a burden. In doing so, we live fully, we live peacefully, and we continue to make a difference in the lives of those who truly matter. Kindness, after all, is not just about giving. It's about making the world a better place while also protecting our peace. So, as we reflect on this, let us promise ourselves that our kindness will only hold meaning when it brings light to our hearts, peace to our minds, and love to the lives of others. Let's use our kindness to strengthen our connections, not to make ourselves vulnerable to exploitation. Only then can we truly say that our kindness has been well placed and that it has made a lasting, positive impact on the world around us. Thank you so much for watching, dear friends. I hope today's reflection on kindness has touched your heart and provided you with some valuable insights. As we move through life, let us remember that kindness is a precious gift, and it should always be placed where it will bring peace, joy, and positivity. But also, let's be wise in where and how we give it, protecting ourselves from the burden of ungratefulness. So, what have you learned from this? How can you apply this lesson of kindness in your own life? I'd love to hear from you. Please take a moment to comment below, sharing one thing you've learned today and how you plan to practice it in your life. Your thoughts and experiences are so valuable to me and to others in this community. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, so you can continue to join us on this journey of wisdom and reflection. Let's keep growing together. Thank you again for your time, and I look forward to reading your comments below.